just watched a tutorial. So I'm going to practice on the way there. So that's why I'm a few minutes early. All right. Let me turn this around. Oh, which button is that? Turn around, turn around, turn around. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, I'll just do it on the phone. All right, there we go. Let's see how this works. All right, that's not working. Let's do, oh, wrong way. Up, down. Ooh, okay, there's the lock. Got it. Oh, I'm practicing with my gimbal. I just sat there. Oh! I just sat there and watched a tutorial again for like the 15th time. It's okay. I'm fine. I wasn't sure you would even be here, so that's fine. I was gonna like take the night off. Hey Eric, how are you? All right, let me know how this is going. It's a little bit off. Let me try something. So I've got a few minutes to play with it because I want it to be okay for at the end. So the biggest thing I made the mistake on. Hey Cricket, how are you? What's up? So the biggest thing I forgot when I took my bachelor's degree on the DJI gimbal, it has to Bluetooth to the phone. That's where my biggest mistake was. So it should be less jerky, at least. I just gotta get used to it. Hey Archbishop, how are you? Hello, brother Richard. And then, oh, now see? Now it didn't turn with me. That's weird. Let me find out why. That's weird. I need it to turn with me. Yeah, I know, you weren't ready. That's fine. All right, let's see. All right. I'm holding a button that's supposed to keep it, like, straight. And it's not. Nope.
House full in the house. Free pie.
Oh, center. There we go. Let's try not holding. Hey, Eve. I am practicing with my gimbal before I get set up on 6th Street in Austin. So I came on a few minutes early. Hey, Benjamin. No, I'm not like that. I couldn't do that. That would be rude. I'm always worried somebody will kick me. Which hasn't happened yet. So that's a plus. Last time I was out, I had to pull my pepper spray, but hey, Alpha. So, oh, goodness. And I got these trolls, hun. You don't got to worry about it. Scooter, take a break. You deserve it. Ooh, ice cream. I love ice cream, but I can't. Oh my gosh, it's Colin! What's up?
Where have you been for 2 weeks?
There was thunderstorms, and then they told me not to come on Halloween. It would be bad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But then I worked too, so
Yeah.
I got something for you.
I appreciate it. Hi, everybody.
Yep. I went live early because I'm trying to practice with this gimbal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is like, what do you call that? Steady cam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I know. I've had it a long time, but it takes a freaking bachelor's degree to work. Here.
Right. Oh my God, thank you. Hey, do you happen to have like an old system? You ever do keep
At home I do. I'll bring it next time. I'll bring it next time.
It's random.
Hey Colt, how are
But,
you?
I'm going the other way, sweetheart.
Alrighty.
Where you going? Let me help you set up.
No, I'm good. I go to Darwin's.
Warrior.
So
Oh, okay.
I got it. It's all
I
right.
know Paulie the doorman really well.
Oh, really?
Facebook.
I sit in one of those corners I usually set up.
Okay, he's a great guy.
You know what? You could probably help me. I'm trying to find a quieter corner that still has the people walking by, but is a little quieter.
So, okay. That's literally this corner right here.
I thought about that.
No,
Do
it's
I get
right here,
enough
it's right
people
here.
coming by there?
Sure the fuck is.
All right. Colin's helping me out, guys. Hey, Jeff. I'm walking and reading, so if I get it wrong, it's because I didn't read it right. Colin is my, what's the word I want? I'll come up with one. My spirit something. My spirit animal. Yeah. Well, the only thing I worry about is there's a guy that plays music that sets. There's a guy that plays music that sets
He
up
ain't
here.
He does it only on Saturday.
Oh, he only does it on Saturdays. Good to know. All right, we're gonna set up right here because Colin says it's a good spot. Alrighty, I like this spot too. But here, let me show you the spot. All right, so now I don't want to block the steps.
Damn, that one's active.
What?
I'm gonna take it.
Is it? All right, have some fun. Colin's gonna go have some fun. Alrighty.
So you can go ahead and
My spirit protector, yeah. So should I set up over there, you think? I don't want to be in the way of anything. So I could set up right there, or I could set up right there. I don't want to, okay.
Wherever you want, but
I don't want to be in front of the scooters. Yeah, that's true. Well, I was thinking by the light post. I'm going to set up by the light post. Right over here, guys. I'm going to set up over here. That way, because if there's a light post, people can't walk by anyway, so, you know. All right. Hey, mafioso, yeah. Cool.
Do you want it, or what do you want?
What?
This spot or this spot?
I'm going to stay right here. That way, people have to walk by me both ways.
That is
Alrighty.
a speaker stand. I know how to set these up. Where do you want it?
Actually, I like to have that because it's so big, close to an object. So we'll put that right there. Oh, he's helping me out. Awesome. I'm going to set this down, guys.
Okay, we'll be back.
I hope, let's see how that looks. It's shorter than the other. Does it go taller? Hold on. Hang on. And if you get motion sickness, please stop. No, that does not get taller. All right, that's it, guys. That's all you get. Alrighty.
How about right here?
Or, that's fine right there.
I'll hide you on
I just put it right over my face. Tom found this for me at a thrift store.
How much did he pay?
Probably less than $1. And he made this card for me and everything. That's it, really, just my hair. Nah, that's for later. I see you. You need any water? I got plenty of water.
I'll go get water. Where that? Water everywhere.
Alrighty. Oh, I do need my tripod for my phone. Duh. Where is it? Oh. Alright, I got it. Thanks,
Oh, yeah, it doesn't have a lock. One of Joe Rogan's security staff members bought me these boots.
No way.
I asked him for used shoes because you're all fighters.
They asked me if I was near there, and I was down when I was down there. I want to go in there one day.
Well, I need to introduce you to my friends. I'll email you. We'll nail down the time. We want to get there in the afternoon, 5, 6. I can introduce you to a lot of people, the security, the ticket people, like the whole staff. I
Fun.
want them to know what you do.
You know, he's interviewed Leah Remini, who left Scientology. Hey, guys.
Yes.
Look away. I've got to take the phone off the gimbal and put it on the tripod. So look away or take Dramamine, one or the other.
They're going to love you. They love to talk.
Oh, really? That would be so fun. I would love that.
Those are great people.
I'm going to try to cover the camera.
Okay? I want to introduce you.
All right.
They should know what you do.
Yeah. I already got a shout out from JD DeLay's channel. To get one from Joe Rogan would be fucking awesome. Excuse my language. Oh, hang up. Oh! I'm afraid I'm going to hit a button I shouldn't be hitting. Alrighty. So this is a lot quieter. We'll see how this goes. But I trust Colin. He's pretty cool. So if y'all don't know Colin and my history, the very, very first time somebody got, hang on, I'm still moving around. I'm trying to lower this a little bit. There we go. Right about right there. All right. I think we're set up now. I'm blocking the steps a little bit. I don't like that. Let me figure out where I'm going to put my wagon. Let's see. We can do this and this. Move the wagon over here. I gotta get my mics out. Hang on. Hang on, I gotta find my mics. Where did I put them? Losing my mind. They're in here. I know they're in here. So, let's check the... Alrighty. There's not as many people down here, though. Let's set this up a little better. I will check y'all in the chat in a second. I'm trying to find my mics. Give me a sec. I know I have them. I put them in there. There they are. Got it. Alrighty, got the mics. Hang on. I don't want to block the steps too much. God, I got like a little fort going on here. Hang on. Let's see.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Alrighty, let me go back in the chat and then I'll work my mics. Already deleting messages, huh? Oh, thanks, Eric. Let's see. Cricket. Yeah. I like Twexes. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Oh, are you here? Don't think of me. I don't know what that means. A drop of Uzi from murder drones. You're gonna have to explain that. So, I have lost my mic. Pretty sure somebody grabbed it out of my wagon because it is nowhere to be found. So I have these mics, and this is what I brought to attach them to. Pick one, red, blue, or wood. Oh, hey, No Face. I'm sure she does. I think aren't you on your phone tonight? Her computer's being worked on. All right, I don't have the piece that goes in the phone, which was dumb. I'm still, you would think I'd be better at this by now. Yep, she's putting out our PSA. All right, look away. I've got to lift the phone a little bit. Ugh, I can't believe I did that. Hang on, let me put it on. Alrighty. Oh, you know what? I can't use those. I don't have the... Dang it. Alright, never mind. Hold on. I gotta lift it up a little bit. Hey, Ocean. Alright. I'll just block the camera so you won't get sick. I gotta attach the piece on the bottom for the mics.
Hey, fuck Tom Cruise.
Alright, on. Alrighty. Why is this not higher? Okay. That's about where we're gonna get. Alrighty. So I can't use those. I just realized I don't have any of the hooky majobbers. It started already. I'm gonna try to keep an eye on it too, so you guys don't have to do all the work. All right. So, and I brought my chair tonight, but I don't need it yet. All right, Mafioso. Thank y'all for being here. So we're in Austin, Texas, and we just, you know, most of the night we people watch, but I have my sign. Yeah, I got it on me, right? And you know, so losing that bag, I lost the whole baggie. So losing the baggie, I lost the clips and the little fuzzy things that go on top. So now all I have is this with the magnet, but at least I got the main part. Feeling spicy? I know how you feel. All right, I am holding it in my hand. All right. Yeah, I realized the clips were probably in that bag too. So I'm gonna see. I know I can order a new mic. But I don't know if I can order the new clips or any of that. So all I have is the magnet. The new Mecca. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that, Ocean. I actually saw that today. So that was fun. That was weird. But it was very short. I don't even know where it was. But that's okay. All right, Eric. Be nice. Yeah, we try to be nice about the people watching. But this is so much quieter, you guys. The other corner I'm usually on is like so loud. Oh, you got timed out, Eric, but you can come back as long as you're not spicy. Because the religion will let you leave, and Scientology, they don't.
They don't?
No, they will literally... We've had people escape amongst the cars. They've been pulled back from bus stations. And that's what they call the Sea Org. So if you're like Tom Cruise and you give them a bunch of money, that doesn't happen. But when you're the slave labor force that no one hears about, it does happen.
I heard they believe in the facts.
The what?
The facts of the world.
I don't know what that means.
This is what I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is. I heard they believe in the facts of the world. You know, lightning exists, windstorms exist, and so they teach that.
Nope.
And when they teach that, if a person entraps himself, they don't teach them how to undo that.
Nope, that's not Scientology.
Squander teaching.
No, that's not. Scientology teaches you that you can be a super powerful being and control energy, space, and time and matter. I did that backwards. And that they think they can control things with their mind. And then when you get to the confidential levels, they find out they're from another galaxy. Which is actually true. The guy that started this religion in 1950 was a science fiction writer. He pretty much made it all up just to make money. But they think it's real. My biggest thing is I don't care what a religion does until they start abusing children. And because they think they live multiple lives, they think their children are adults in small bodies, so they don't treat them like children.
Yes, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I heard, though.
Yeah.
I heard they capture people also.
Hey, Vanessa. Yeah, I'm here about Scientology. Hey, I'm in 87. What's 87 mean? Just curious. No, I only get to come down here on Friday nights because it's a long drive for me. I used to come down 3 times a week to talk to the students because they opened up an org right across from our university a couple miles away. But this summer, when classes were out, I started coming on Friday nights and talking to people here because it's a very big tourist attraction. So I get people from other countries and stuff that stop and talk with me, which is really cool. I don't know, Skelly. With a painting.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
I'm trying to make my area small. I don't want to block people. Alright, let me move my wagon a little bit. Alrighty. Yeah, Scooter's got that. Yeah. But you know, and I'm so surprised at how many people stop and talk to me about it. It's awesome. It's really just spreading the information because we're trying to get our government to take notice and hold hearings because they got tax exempt status back. They got it taken away back in the 80s, and that's what protects them. Yeah, there's a lot of us, Ocean. There's a whole group of us. It started about 2 years ago in LA. And by the time I started doing it in February, when they did a grand opening here, they'd been doing it for about 6 months, I think. Oh, God, hold on. I gotta mute. I wish I had the wherewithal to do that, Rosetta Stone. But the problem was I started the week before they actually opened, so they knew who I was. To go to an org, I had to go all the way to Dallas and go in to check them out and see what they look like. Hey, Roberta. Yes, I know. And a lot of those people are who I got my information from. I didn't watch the documentary or her show. I've been watching ex-members who have started YouTube channels. And that's who I got a lot of my information from, and who actually helped me get my first 2 subscribers and go live. We're in Austin, Texas. I know, he ruined the last. I haven't seen the very last. Oh my God, what is that? What movies? I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, the one before that he ruined. Yeah, we don't do, funny enough, we don't do religion or politics, because this thing is not a religion. I'm only here about the abuse. Top Gun, no. Oh, no. The ones that have, there's like 80 of them. Okay, we'll see you, mafioso. But yeah, that, you know, in between, you know, we can chat and have some fun, but it's a very, I like to keep it light here because it's such a serious, you know, topic. But I've been doing this for about 18 months now, and 2 years ago, if you'd have told me I was going to be a YouTube live streamer, I would have laughed at you. I would have laughed. Scooter, she does it up in Canada. We've got people all over the world now doing this.
We'll stream.
Just don't be vulgar. You can say anything you want.
Hook 'em. Texas Longhorns go to the playoffs undefeated.
Tap in. Look, we're on
10-2. SEC champs all the way number 1. Hook 'em.
Right on. How do you do that? How do you do it? I'm not from Austin. Like that. Okay, got it. Hook 'em horns. That's what that means. Yeah. Yeah. Really, what made me drive 75 miles one way to come down here and start doing this was when I found out about the child abuse. That was my biggest thing, was they don't see their children as children. They see them as adults in small bodies, so they have no problem pulling them out of school and putting them to work. And then this that they do in Scientology that they don't think there's anything wrong with, we would consider child abuse. And if they attack a child or assault a child, SA, it gets covered up, and if you go to the authorities on that Scientologist, you get expelled, but the assaulter does not. We're in Austin, Texas, zigzag. Did he? Where'd Mike Tyson go? I didn't see him. Oh, yeah, Roberta, then you probably know a lot. Cheloshan, my email is in the description if you want to give me an email. That would be cool. Oh, is it 30 years? I was wondering, Scooter. I didn't catch the years. 30 years, really? Yeah. Man, there's so many movie stars that are in Scientology. It was shocking. And the thing is, they're the ones that give all the money and make this legitimate. That's the problem. I need to turn my... Oh, no, it's turned around right. Okay. So, yeah. I'm trying not to push any buttons while I'm holding it. Let me hold it this way. Oh, yeah. How old was she? I don't think she was very old. I think she was pretty young. Kashmir, watch yourself. I just put you in timeout when you're out of line, but you can come back as long as you're not being rude. We're in Austin, Texas. Can't you see all the cowboy hats? Oh, do we have a hen party? Yeah. Is this hen party? Awesome. Congratulations. How many viewers you got? 50, which is actually pretty good for me.
Hi, people.
So you can go in there and say hi. It's over here.
Can I see it from your end?
Yeah. Miss Kim? Oh, I'm on YouTube.
Oh.
I'm about to start. Miss Kim SP. Scully. I don't know. I don't know much about him. Birdie, be nice. Was she 36? Yeah, that to me, that's young. Because I think the other lady that recently passed, I think she's a little older than that, wasn't she? Hey, West Coast Vibes. Yeah, West Coast vibes. Yeah, there's they do every Friday night in Clearwater. They do what I'm doing, but they have like 20 or more people that show up. They have a whole thing every Friday. The problem is in Texas, we're in the middle of Texas. It's really hard to get a group to come down, which is fine. So I had some other come down a few weeks ago and surprise me, and but we don't have a huge group down here, and it's a long drive for most. We have people in Chicago, Times Square, Portland, LA. We have a big. This all really started in LA and Hollywood, and that's what got me doing it. Yeah, in Canada, in France, England, Denmark, Australia. There's more. Hey, B89. Insano. Do I really? That's hilarious. Thank you, Roberta. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, so I come down here mainly I just want to spread the word. And I have so many people stop and ask me about Scientology that a lot of people know, okay, Scientology bad, but they don't know anything about it. 3 years ago, I knew nothing. I don't know, I'm a grandma. Hi! I'm a grandma, so I don't really care. I do. I've been in Texas now 32 years. The Army brought us here, so we live up near the Army base. My husband is a career Army, he retired. And so we stayed after that. I cannot stand the heat here, but I like everything else about it. So I want to go full-time RV in the next couple of years and get out of the heat. I just can't handle it. Australia that was kicked out and her parents were still in. Yeah, that happens a lot. Oh, Oregon, okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I worry about anybody that's protesting up in Portland because it's not very safe. So this is a little quieter than I'm used to. I'm not getting the people passing by that I normally do. So we're going to see how this goes tonight. Normally I have tons of people walking by, so I don't know if anybody's going to want to stop and talk. It is quieter, which is nice, because usually I end up with a headache. But normally I have way more people. Gosh, sometimes I talk so much, my jaw hurts. No joke. But, man, last time I was here, this place was packed. But, okay, so, Sam. Right now, to be honest, most of the people in Scientology are second and third gen. I know, it's been weird being gone, Scooter. So, how they got them before, I understand. People are like, oh, they're dumb or stupid to get sucked into Scientology. They're actually not. Last year, we read the Dianetics book, which was the first book that the original leader wrote in 1950. He published in 1950 and started everything then. It was called Another Science of Mental Health. Now think about what mental health was like in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and some. And way before the internet when you couldn't research things. And he found a need in people. And they still do it this way. Hey, John. And so what they did is they find a need in people. And they love bomb them. This is what all cults do, by the way. They love bomb you, they get you in, they make you feel like you're part of the family, and then later on, once you're in, then the coercion starts, then the hostility might start, and they control every part of an aspect of your life. And by the time you're there, you don't even realize it. And then to get out, you have to escape, but if you leave, you have to disconnect from everyone you know in that cult, in Scientology. You have to disconnect from your family, your friends, sometimes your kids, because if you leave and your spouse doesn't, they have to divorce you. So we know there's a lot of people in Scientology that we call under the radar that know it's BS but can't leave. So, hey Adam, how are you doing? I have my wagon of justice with me at all times. I'm gonna get a sign made to go on the back of it that says that. Adam named my wagon for me a few months ago. That was awesome. So, yes, definitely. Oh, does somebody think I was promoting it? Heck no. I must have missed that. Yeah, and there's so many, the problem is you have people like Tom Cruise and John Travolta that make it look legitimate, and they have so much money in the bank, the members don't even know. Long live the wagon. You should see the crap I have in it. It's amazing what it can hold. It is, sort of, Sam. It really is. It's really a money-making scheme. It's all about making money. These poor young people that have been indoctrinated since they were kids and are pulled out of school at 12, 13, 14 years old to work, they think they're saving the planet, but it's all about stats. It's all how many books can you sell, how many courses can you sell, how much money can you make. And if they don't make money, they don't eat. They're supposed to get $50 a week. They don't get that, and they get fed beans and rice 3 times a day if the org doesn't make money. And money only goes up. If they can't pay their electric bill, nobody gets paid, and no money comes from on high to pay that bill. South Africa had a $50,000 electric bill that they had not paid. I don't know what happened with that. The only reason I can think they let it get that high is it's so freaking hot there. They didn't want to hurt them. Oh, yeah, Adam. Is it out? I've been waiting on it. I started reading Piece of Blue Sky last year actually it was this year, after Dianetics, and he'd already started talking about his new book. I'm getting it if it's out. Yeah, John Atack I learned a lot from him. I have a video on my, most of my stuff is live. I have a few videos that are pre-recorded, and I did one on L. Ron Hubbard and Black Magic, and I learned that all from John Atack's book. John Atack was a member, but he was never like the slave labor force or a rich public. He was kind of in the middle. He was a member for 9 years, figured out it was BS, and has done nothing for the last, 30 years, 20, 30 years, as to write books and study and research L. Ron Hubbard and put out the real deal of what's going on with them. Yeah, I've been interested in that. That one's gonna be a hard read for me because I've heard a little bit of his story, and it's when something's really stressful, I tend to what did my therapist call it? Avoidance. Yeah. So Jamie Mustard, y'all. If you guys should read Child X or listen to it, that boy. So back in the day, they allowed you to have children in the Sea Org. The Sea Org is the slave labor force. It's like a navy. They literally have a ship, and they treat it like a paramilitary organization. They're the slave labor force behind Scientology. And back when they allowed children, they put them in care of these other children that were a little bit older, and it was horrible. Just horrible. I remember him talking about the way they were bathed. They had a bucket of lukewarm water, and each child got dunked in it, and it was never changed. There was one child that had the back of their head was so flat from being left in the crib all the time. So what David Miscavige, the second leader, did, who by the way isn't supposed to be the leader, he pulled a coup, and he's worse than the first leader. He now forbids you to have children in the Sea Org. So if you can get married, but they might send your spouse to another country for 5 years. They don't care. And if you get pregnant, they will bus you to the clinic to take care of it because it will take you away from your duties. Adam. Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah, I don't think I'm getting the pedestrian traffic down here that I normally get. But I'm going to go ahead and do it because it's been a couple of weeks and it can get a little stressful. And I know, Scooter, are you doing this on your phone? Yeah. Oh, did I miss somebody new? I'm sorry. Oh, I missed Roberta. Yeah. I'm researching. Oh, yeah, the Gateway Church. Yeah. See, the problem with, hey, Tim Pratt, I'm missing people. Okay. Oh, the old laptop. Okay, I'm glad you at least have that. That's why I haven't gotten mine fixed yet. I'm having major problems with mine. I do everything on it. We watch TV on it, just everything. And yep, we're in Austin, Texas on 6th Street. Okay, Roberta. I noticed. Scooter is big. She's good. She's a good mod. I gotta tell you that. I'll turn around and 3 messages will be deleted. But I can talk to you guys more tonight. Honestly, when I'm talking to people on the street, I totally forget about chat completely. But I was in the middle of talking about Sea Org, I think. So I don't know if you've heard of, is it John Rowe? Is that his name? Micro had an assistant who actually worked for a lot of different people in Hollywood. And her name, oh gosh, what was her name? Spanky. I think her name was Spanky. And she was in Scientology, and her children were in Scientology, or at least one of them was in this care facility. When she walked in and saw that they had flies on their eyes, a diaper that looked days old, she took her kids and ran. Sadly, a lot of these Sea Org people didn't do that. So I'm actually, you got to look at it either way. Would you rather them be allowed to have kids and be mistreated in such a horrendous way, or they take them to the clinic so they can't have kids? Both of them are horrible. Hey, Betrayed. Liz, I've been here before. Oh, awesome. Oh, yeah, Liz. Yes, it is. Thank you. Because a religion you can leave, and Scientology won't let you leave. A cult will not let you leave.
Usually, you're in front of the Scientology building on Guad, right?
I used to be, yeah. I just, not the last couple months because of my work schedule. So I've been doing this. But, yeah, about 18 months now over there. But they've literally had people escape in trunks of cars. They've been pulled back from bus stations. And if they think you want to leave, they'll put you in a room with a guard. Yeah.
Are they signing NDAs?
Yes.
They hate babies. Why don't they hate babies?
In Sea Org, I was just talking about that. In the Sea Org, which is their slave labor force, if you get pregnant, they will bus you to the clinic because it'll take you away from your duty. Yeah, that's why I'm out here. It's about the child abuse that goes on.
I like that. I like that you're after.
Yeah. You should check us out.
I will.
There's a lot of them on TikTok too. Oh, was there a Scooter? Oh, that's good. Hey, Cat. I'm gonna say Cat. Good to see you. Micro's father was named. I'm not sure about his father's name, but I like Micro. He's pretty cool. Yeah, if you have any questions, I'm here.
Scientology, what is Scientology?
They say they're a religion, but they're not. There's no God. And this guy that started it was a science fiction writer in 1950. And they just want to make money off these people. But what makes it a cult is they won't let you leave. If you want to leave, they'll put you in a room under guard. Or we've had people escape in trunks of cars. And they opened up across from the university here. That's what started me coming down here. And they're all over the world. But the guy that started it in 1950 was a science fiction writer and just wanted to make money. But he's an evil genius. What he wrote down as a quote religion has outlived him, which is sad. And they have a lot of money and a lot of pretty buildings. But what brought me down here was the child abuse. They think they live multiple lives, so they look at their kids as adults in small bodies. So taking them out of school and putting them to work 110 hours a week is not a big deal to them. And that's really what brought me. And assaulting a child is not a crime in Scientology. They'll just cover it up. But if you take a Scientologist to the authorities about it, you'll get kicked out. So there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that I'm just trying to get the word out about it, so that, you know, I don't, like I said, I don't care what other religions do. Don't care until they start abusing children. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Wasn't uploaded since she didn't have. Oh, that sucks. Baby trade, thanks. Hey, Sigma. We actually don't do religion here, Sigma. Just watch out. Mainly we're just here to talk about Scientology, which I know they call themselves a religion, but it's not. Hey, KCT. Hello. Because like I said, people ask me what my religion is, and I'm like, that is not even, Scientology still hasn't. Yep, I know. I was watching Aaron on the way here today, talking about that. But yeah, that's the most horrible part, is if there is any, you know, crimes going on in Scientology, Scientologists aren't allowed to report it. Oh, that sucks, Eric. Maybe something happened in the stream. But I don't follow a lot of that anymore. Unless there's, you know, something really, you know, going on. So I'm actually what we consider a never in. I was never in Scientology. A lot of us protesters aren't. Thank you. But well, I think things happen for a reason. I'll tell you a quick history. I was sick for many years and I was bedridden. If I had not been bedridden, one of these bigger channels of an ex-member would not have come across my YouTube feed, and I wouldn't have had time to do the deep dive that I did. He's in prison for 30 years to life because Scientology covered up him drugging and R-ing women for over 20 years. There are many more victims that just don't want to go through the court system. He's the first Scientologist to ever be brought to trial and convicted for things that the church covered up. And people think that, I heard people say that he was convicted on just this women's testimony. No, what convicted him was in the second trial, they were allowed to bring in the Scientology stuff, and they got hard drives and his file where he admitted to what he did. He said, yes, I did it, but I didn't think it was wrong. So he admitted in Scientology paperwork that he did these things, and they covered it up because you're not. And the women that turned him in went through a lot of harassment from the church, including poisoning their dogs, and I believe one of them died. That's a whole nother animal that they have. I wanted to go back. I finished my story real quick. So about the time that they were opening, so that was late 2022, I binge watched this guy's videos, a year of it, and learned everything about it. I knew nothing. And then he started doing a lot more in 24 with having a lot of people on his channel, getting other ex-members to start channels. So I had all these other stories to listen to. And then at the beginning of 2025, they put a pain stimulator in my back, and it healed literally the month before they opened in February across from the university. Oh, thank you so much. Look. Yeah, that's what I'm here about. Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. Look at that. Yeah. So even though Scientology is a religion, they're really not. They call themselves that, but they're really not. And the only reason that they got tax-exempt status back, because they had it taken away, was with all of their $1 billion in offshore bank accounts, they sued the IRS 2,200 times. Individual IRS agents, the IRS itself, and bullied them to the point that they said, will you make this go away if we give your tax-exempt status back? And they said it'll go away like a switch, and it did. So just be careful, you guys. Be careful in the chat. We're not going to be rude in the chat. I got a rose. I love it. Rose is my favorite smell in the whole world. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I got my new chair with me. I got to pull out eventually. But so, like I said, I think things happen for a reason. And I had the time to come down. It's a long drive for me. Because my grandkids moved away a couple of years ago, so I had the time. And so I started coming down, and mainly when I started, I come down and I set up in front of their org. That's what they call it. They don't even call them churches. They call them orgs for organization. They opened up, they had a grand opening, they had remodeled across from our university in order to get young people inside. They are, JB. They totally are. And then the next month in March of 24, they opened in Chicago by the college. So, and funny enough, the building that they're in here in Austin, the leader actually bought 55 years ago. Hi.
I don't know much, but I know Scientology is cool.
That's all you, if you know that much, that's good.
Tom Cruise does it. I'll do it.
He's lying, by the way. We know it's a cult. We're joking.
Awesome. She's having a good night. She has a rose too. That was cute. That was sweet. What month is this? No, it's not. Prom's not till spring. They're just dressed up. Yeah, so they bullied the IRS with all their money. And people think that they will sue you if you speak out about them. They learned a long time ago to not do that, because they will do it up until you get to discovery phase. And they don't want people to get into their files. So when you get to the discovery phase, they'll cut you a big fat check to shut up and quit the lawsuit. Now, the women that went after Danny Masterson wouldn't take it. I don't know if it was even offered, but they pushed through, and they were able to get a conviction, and he's in prison. And right now there's also a lawsuit with, I don't know what's going on with it. I haven't heard any updates. But they had Scientology schools called Delphi Academy in California. And they covered for their basketball coach who was assaulting children. They knew he was doing it and let him finish out his contract and gave him a glowing review to go to a new school where he assaulted 6 more children. Now he's in prison for that because it wasn't a Scientology school. One of the victims in the Scientology school is now an adult and is suing them, and maybe the church. I'm not sure if he's suing both for the abuse that they allow. That is the kind of crap going on in Scientology. That's what brings me out. Hey, Sam T.
They must be stopped. Bucks a billion year bullshit.
This is why we're calling them out, Sam. Because there's more. Hey, Marvella. So I'm zeroing in on a few things to try not to hit you with too much information. But then we have the elder abuse. So if you're in the Sea Org, you have worked 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 110 hours a week for your whole life. Now you're too old to work for them. So they put you in a home, like a house or a condo with a bunch of other ones. No medical care. They don't care. You've never had medical insurance or any of that. Hey, from California. Awesome. I lived in California for a while. And what they found out was and the bank fraud is very rampant too. They will take credit cards out in their name, like with fraud jobs and fraud income, and because they know they're going to die and they won't have to pay it back. Well, yeah, you work until you die, or you just can't physically do it anymore. So what it was is Mike Brown. He has a channel called Mike Brown. He's in active duty Army, like my husband used to be. And they will not tell you where your family members are if you're not a Scientologist. Well, he found out. I can't remember how. And he went there and he took her. He pretty much like stole her out and took off. And she had a major heart problem that they never gave her any medical care for. She found out she was $160,000 in debt in credit cards that they took out in her name. Well, they wrote Scientology a letter saying that that needs to be put back in her account. And because they're so worried about publicity now, they didn't say anything, didn't send her a letter, nothing. She found the money in her account one day. So they're running scared because social media now is going to be their downfall. They've lived under secrecy for 70 years, from the 50s. Well, I'll say 60 years. So probably about 10 years ago, people started really speaking out. Some big executives left, and so that's another thing. So even their biggest, highest execs, David Miscavige, the current leader, got mad at them. This was back in the early 2000s, and put them in a place called the Hole. It was a double-wide trailer. They were given nothing but a blanket. They slept on the floor. They were given food scraps from the kitchens in buckets. Not for weeks, not for months, for years. Just because they ticked them off. We don't even know why. So there was this flood of execs that left after that, and one or two spoke out. Come to find out, they went to the FBI, but all they told the FBI was about what was done to them. They didn't talk to the FBI about the child abuse. They didn't talk to the FBI about the Sea Org or the elder abuse. The only thing they told them about is what happened to them, and they didn't feel it was worth investigating because I don't know why. Yeah, if you either have to have at least $300,000 to go up, do all their courses, or they're going to sign you up for the slave labor. Yeah, Emmett. Yeah, it's a lot like that. Only their big brother is David Miscavige. Yeah, I was just listening to how they have recording devices in all of the auditing rooms. They call it auditing, but what we would call it is a cross between therapy and interrogation. Yeah, Liz. Yeah, you would have to sign up. So that was the thing. So back in the early 90s, my husband got stationed in near Monterey, California, and we saw these really cool commercials about Scientology. We were looking for a new church because we just moved. And we were young, we were like, oh, that sounds cool. But there was nothing near us to go check it out. Thank God. They would have never got us. Because A, we didn't have the money to take courses. He was poor, nothing. And he was in the army. So he couldn't sign up for their slave labor force. So they would have never got us, thank God. But it is insane. Hey, Romy, that's the thing. Is the more I talk about it, I can hear myself, and it sounds insane, but it's real. That's the crazy part about it. You know what's really weird? Oh, Scooter's in Canada. Hey, Saggy. Be nice. We try not to be rude here, just telling you new people. So, has anybody in here ever seen the South Park episode about Scientology, John Travolta, and Tom Cruise? Hey Mark, how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm trying a new corner today, but you know what?
It is a cult.
Thank you. Okay, awesome. That's fine. You know, when I go vertical, like, hey Sam, thank you so much. So thank you for that. It does help me. How did Katie Holmes even escape alive? Benjamin, I got a story for you if you want to hear it. I'll tell you what happened. Let me get some water real quick. You know what? So she went through some huge hurdles to get away from Tom Cruise. Hey B. James, what's up? I'm going to get my new chair out. Hang on. My husband put it together for me earlier. Alright, so I'm holding my mic. To do this, I need to put it up here. Oh, thanks, Romy. Yeah, I try it to be fun. I used to do a Saturday night, late night chat just for fun. But I started working at night. So I got me an IKEA stool so I could sit a little bit because my feet get tired. try this. Oh, get the water. You know, I might just have to buy me a whole nother mic set and just have a backup pair of mics. Alright, let me get it closer. I'm in kind of a little fort. Oh, I know. Sorry, Tracy. I don't know how to fix that. I'm so... I am not tech savvy, y'all. I know there's probably some way oh, it's because I'm using the back camera. That's right. Let me turn it around. Yeah. I wish I knew how to fix that. Good spot. Oh! Yeah, mainly the signs for the people walking by, though. Oh! Oh! Hate it when it does that. Alright, I'm gonna have to... I'm moving the camera, look away, or get some Dramamine from Scooter. I gotta bring this down a little bit. Ah! What's up? Hi. There we go. That's about as low as I think I can get it. I thought this was taller than this. Yep. Romy, a lot of people have. And Florida. The cost of living here is awesome. Not Austin. Not the big city. Well, Dallas, actually Fort Worth. My son's up in Dallas going to school right now. He's 37, but he's using up his GI Bill. Is like an awesome cost of living. Austin's a bit expensive. We have a lot of people that live... I live 75 miles north of here, near Fort Hood, the Army base. Up there, it's amazing. That's why we stayed. So, in 2009, in like Newsweek, some big publication... Killeen, Texas was nationwide the best cost of living in the United States. Where I live, near where I live. I don't actually live in Killeen. But that's the biggest reason we stayed. And our property value has whoop! You were born the year I graduated high school. Eric. Pisces, yep. And my birthday is in March. That's so fun. So, I had a train of thought. Where'd it go? Oh, what was my train of thought, y'all? Oh, the Texas. Oh. So, yeah, and a lot of jobs are opening up. You know, we've had a lot of big businesses move here. Tesla, I drive by Tesla if I'm on the toll road. Up in Dallas, some big businesses are open up. Another Amazon headquarters is opening up. We got a Amazon distribution center a couple years ago. I can get stuff same day. Same day. I was sick one time last year, and everybody was sick. Everybody. And it was about a year ago. And all the stuff was gone from the store shelves, the medicine. So I went on Amazon and found it and got it in 4 hours. I was amazed. The place is about 50 miles from me, 45, 50 miles. So I am curious. Okay, I can do that. I've done the deep dive. All right, the basis of Scientology. They have no God. They have no deity. They tell the people paying all the money that are moving up the bridge that when they're done, they will be a powerful being and be able to control matter, energy, space, and time with their mind. They don't find out that they're from another galaxy till they get to level 3. Now, when you go into one of these orgs and deal with the staff or the Sea Org, they probably don't know anything about that. They're just told they're saving the planet, that Earth, or Tadigiac, is what they call it, is a prison planet. So, smart food, okay. So all they know is the courses they're giving, the books they're selling is going to save the planet. Now, what they find out on OT3, there's OT1 to OT8, operating Dayton level, okay? And you spend at least $300,000 to go up those levels. If you don't have that money, you're signed up as, oh my gosh, Soylent Green is one of my favorite movies, Theophilus. Love that movie. So they think once they hit OT8, they can, like, they'll talk about their wins, okay? Like, they turned all the lights green on the street, right? And that happened because they did it. What really happens is they get their certificate, they can't do it, but they can't say that out loud because they think everyone else can, and they're the only ones that can't. And you're not allowed to say boo about Scientology. You're not allowed to ask questions. You'll get pulled into what they call a sec check and interrogated if you say anything negative about Scientology. So they think they're the only ones that can control matter, energy, space, and time, and everyone else can. Hey, Romy. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Oh, white cheddar popcorn. Love that. Skinny was the brand I used to eat. I'm worried about my job. The place I'm working might close up, so there aren't a lot of jobs in Austin, I will tell you that. So when they get to OT3, the South Park episode about Tom Cruise and John Travolta about Scientology is all true. Next of kin. Oh, you're funny. Hey, Jeff. So, let me turn around. Nobody wants to look at me. Let's look at people. So, they find out that 70 to 65, whatever, trillion years ago, oh, the barbecue is amazing, Kathos. Amazing. I'm not a big barbecue person, so I don't come down to do that very often. But I know there's some places that have been on TV shows. So anyway, so they're told that 72 trillion years ago, there was an overlord named Xenu in another galaxy, and that the galaxy was overpopulated. So he took all these people and froze them in glycol or something, I don't remember the details, put them on these spaceships, brought them to this planet, which they called Tajijiak or something like that, dropped their frozen bodies into volcanoes where they died, and their thetans, what we would call spirit or soul. Let me know if I'm too loud. I got my mic a little high. Hold on, let me pull it off. I was holding it. Okay, that's better. So until humans came on the earth, they were floating around in the ether, just nothing else to do. Well, then when the humans started populating Earth, they started taking over the human bodies. And they believe that when that body dies, they go to a new baby body at the hospital, and that they go through this station where it erases all their past life memories, and they go to a new body. So they don't think of death the same way we do. And yeah, Liz, yeah, this is the live music capital of the world. It's nothing but this whole street is nothing but bars where live bands play. So Nashville's the country music capital, and you know, all that stuff. So they look at their kids. The reason there's child abuse is because they look at their kids as adults in small bodies. They're like, well, you could have been an 80-year-old man in your last life. So essaying them, taking them out of school and putting them to work 110 hours a week, 365 days a year is not a big deal to them. It literally is not. They do not look at kids the same way we do. And that's what brought me here. And the fact that they were reopening across from our university, trying to get these young people in there. Every day that I stand out there is one of those young people that might not get, you know, love bombed into coming inside. It's like Alberta. In what way? So that's the gist of Scientology. So all these, what it does for these rich people like Grant Cardone and the billionaire Duggins that give a bunch of money and Tom Cruise, is it tells them that they're better than everyone else, that they are these powerful beings and they can control everything around them, and that everyone else that's not as high in Scientology as them are lower than them. It fuels their narcissism. That's awesome, Romy. Like I said, 3 years ago, I knew nothing. I had to deep dive this stuff. That's why I know so much. I spent a year deep diving it. What is the creator's basis? Do they have any proof that what they believe is real? Not the victims, but the ones at the top. No. It's pretty much, it's very controlling. You're not allowed to ask questions. It's very coercive once you get up there. And they think that doing this auditing or interrogation and doing these courses, that they're going to be these powerful beings. And now there are a lot of people that get there and know it's BS. When they get to level 3, hey, what's up? Right on.
Hell, my parents went to Jehovah's Witness. I walked away. They didn't give me a call, but that didn't go further.
Yeah. I've heard a lot about Jehovah's Witness too. Yeah.
That was a Hubbard, right?
Yep.
He was a Navy motherfucker.
He was what?
We call him a Navy motherfucker.
Yeah, he was in the Navy, yeah.
I made
he was a
crap.
crap sailor, so you know what he did?
Yeah.
He started the Sea Org in his religion and bought a ship and made himself Commodore.
Yeah, I heard about that. Get this, man. The Jehovah's Witness guy, so the guy that originated Jehovah's Witness, and he was basing all kind of weird ass shit to take supposed to be. So when he got there, split up. So he took control of these motherfuckers. He did not fit it. He took control of it, and he did municipal court one time, and so he was out. Everybody had to call him Judge Rutherford. One occult leads to another. So, see, that's why I call him occult.
Yeah.
One of these days, I swear before I die, Mom and Dad and everything, they ain't gonna witness not saying that Hitler's gonna go to heaven because, everybody goes to heaven. Anyway, I think about the feds like my
I studied a little bit. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, tell one has to be there. I walked away from my parents' house when I made it all the way. So going to service, I didn't go do that shit.
Sometimes you gotta do it.
Yeah, but I'm all right with it. My mom and dad died. Had to watch it. Whenever we had to see mom and dad, now that could be conscious with that. But they didn't know the full history about this guy. He just told Judge Rutherford. Judge Rutherford now, when Hitler comes along, he writes Hitler a letter.
The guy that started Scientology based his stuff on some stuff from Germany too.
Yeah, these guys are white power witnesses. When he come in, they were doing KKK radio carry out. So they was like have a one thing you got to get don't be with anybody else. Yeah, so you gotta.
I'm reading the chat.
Anyhow, I get that Scientology. This is cool ass shit, too, man.
Hey Jim.
There are something cool.
Yeah.
Isn't
we're talking.
Brad Pitt is right.
Yes.
Yeah, he's cool. And you like your cruise or not, I take him over Trump in that tank.
Okay. Woo, y'all. He's actually had some things to say in there that I could catch. Ooh, God, I think I got a buzz off his breath. Oh, he didn't walk by. He stopped and talked. No, he was right here the whole time. I'm not joking. I breathed some of that in. Oh, God. As long as they're not being hostile, I don't mind giving them a couple minutes. He was talking about his mom and dad was in Jehovah's Witness and all this stuff. So, L. Ron Hubbard, the guy that started this, was a science fiction writer in the 30s and 40s. He was a crappy sailor in the Navy in World War II. That's why eventually he bought a ship and wanted to have the Sea Org. It's like a paramilitary Navy group that they have, and he called himself Commodore. It was all about making money. He told his agent that he wasn't making enough money on his books. He needed to start a religion to make money. And it's always been about making money. There was something up here I missed. But, oh yeah, so I had a boyfriend my husband and I started dating in high school. There was 2 years after graduation where we were on and off. I dated this young man whose parents were Jehovah's Witness. He was not. But we went over to their house and they wanted us to do some studying with them, and we did. And we went to church with them once or twice. And I was like, I was raised Christian. I couldn't do it. Too much zeal. Scientology or Jehovah's Witness? Because they both do that. Oh, Jim, that would be cool. Well, if you're out here on Friday night, come see me. But yeah, the biggest thing that I had a problem with was, or what's the word I want? Oh, there's a word. My brain doesn't work all the time. When they show they're one thing but they're another. His parents were not following all the rules either. I was kind of, and I didn't like some of the stuff that they taught, that only certain people were going to go to heaven or be on the right hand of God or something. I didn't like that either. I am a young spirit, but I'm 56, about to be 57. So, let's see, a few months. But I've never, I don't know. I feel old when I get out of bed in the morning. Hypocrite. Yes, that's a good word. But I learned later on in life, because I haven't gone back to my church in a while. When I got sick, they didn't help me the way I thought they should. The way that I saw other people being helped when I was part of the women's group. I'm just trying to glean over it really quick. So, but yeah, well, the L. Ron Hubbard didn't follow any of the things that he taught Scientologists. When he died, he hated psychiatrists, and if you were on psych drugs in Scientology, you couldn't take auditing or you would get kicked out. Oh, yeah, Liz, me too. Yeah, me too. So, you know, well, this is fun for me in a lot of ways too. You know, I don't have, because we're military, we don't have friends or family here, because the few people we did make friends with moved. And my kids have moved off with their kids. And so it's just me and my husband. My husband works nights and sleeps all day, and I talk to my dog. So this is a lot of fun for me, talking with you guys. And I get to explain and feel like I'm doing something important. Hey Q, what's up? But yeah, I'm with a pain management doctor, and I've had issues for many, many years. But I'm not going to go into a lot of that right here. But things have improved a lot. Nope, I don't, Romy. I do have memberships, and I get a little bit every few months from that. But I still haven't turned on the ad revenue. The couple times I've tried, it was a bit complicated. And I was just like, man, I don't feel like doing it. So, thank you, Liz. Thank you. And you guys help a lot, too. You guys in the chat, you know, conversing with me. You guys make it a lot of fun, too. I'll be honest, when I'm on the other corner, I get a lot of people that walk up. And I don't get to talk to the chat as much as I am tonight. But both of them are important. Letting people know that scroll by. Because I go through YouTube Shorts, too. Hey, John. So, I mean, it does, you know, I was 55, about to be 55 when I started the protesting in Austin. And I have a little thing on my channel. Like I said, most of my stuff's under the live stuff because I don't like to pre-record. Oh, Katie Holmes. Yes. Okay, let's go with Katie Holmes escaping from Tom Cruise. Now, you know, so Tom Cruise's first wife, Mimi Rogers, actually is the one that got him in Scientology. She is now out. Hey, Pete. Yeah. Well, Pete, they only want to make the able more able. And if you have any kind of disability, they don't want anything to do with anyone with a disability. I'll tell you that. Okay, so then Nicole Kidman, same thing. It was the Scientology that made her run for the hills, and she is kept quiet because if you speak out against the church, you're considered an SP, a suppressive person, and you have to disconnect. And she wanted to try to keep some sort of relationship with their kids. The problem is, I think he really kept them apart for the most part. They're very into Scientology, the kids are. Then Katie Holmes. So he love bombed her, got her to marry him. Then everybody in their house was Scientologists. Her assistant was a Scientologist. Her drivers were Scientologists. Her phone was bugged. Her house was bugged. Hey, Fort Worth, right on. We're in Austin. So in order for her to escape, she had to have a pretty elaborate plan. Now, what helped her was her father was a divorce attorney, which everyone is super surprised. Oh, yep, I remember where you're from. Sargent, Texas. Oh, yeah, Tori. She's cool. So, she worked with her dad. She had to get a second burner phone so she could talk with her dad. Her dad helped her get an apartment and a car, and she went to all the trouble of flying to some other country. I can't remember what it was, where Tom Cruise was filming a movie. And she flew out there, was all lovey-dovey with him, acted like everything was fine. And when she came back to the airport, her drivers were there to pick her up, and she said, "No, that's okay. I have a car here already." Jumped in her other car, drove herself to her new apartment, and that's how she got away. And I think the reason she got such a fast divorce is I think she had some serious dirt on Tom Cruise, or just she was threatening to talk about Scientology, whichever. And the reason she left when she did is their daughter Suri was about 6 years old. They say there's no real age that they start indoctrinating them, but usually around 6, when they can read really good, they start to indoctrinate them. And she never said Tom Cruise could not visit Suri. That was Tom Cruise's decision, because she never spoke out. So she should have never been declared a suppressive person, even though she left. So he could have had a relationship with Suri. He's the one that chose not to. So that's what she went through to get out. And so a few years ago, because he can't get anybody to date him, David Miscavige, the current leader of Scientology, and Tom Cruise are approximately the same age, and they are best friends, and they motorcycle ride together and all this stuff. So what David Miscavige did is he put out a call to all the actresses in Scientology for a fake part. And got all these beautiful Scientologists to come in and read for said part. The part was for Tom Cruise's girlfriend. So this very beautiful actress model, who I believe was originally from Iran, she got the part. Yeah, me too, Liz. That's why we don't do drama here. Katie Holmes had, yep, because they bugged her phone. And so, what was I talking about? I lost it. Their friends. Oh, the girlfriend. So, the girlfriend made Tom Cruise mad because he got some sort of award, and she said, "Oh, well done." Well, well done in Scientology is kind of like a slur. Plus, maybe not quite a slur, but you can't be beneath someone and say that. And he considered her beneath him when she said it. And I don't know if David Miscavige was in the room when she did it, or he reported her. And that's another thing. You report on every bad thing about your spouse, your girlfriend, your kids. It's a snitch culture. So he either turned her into David Miscavige and he made her do this, or Tom Cruise did. I can't remember which. She ended up having to clean a bathroom floor with a toothbrush. in Austin. Michael, we're on 6th Street right now. That's cool. So, eventually, not only did she not want to be Tom Cruise's girlfriend, he chased her out of Scientology too. She's no longer a Scientologist. So literally anybody that's ever had anything to do with Tom Cruise wants nothing. He tried to get Penelope Cruz into Scientology. David Miscavige wanted her in so badly that he remodeled the Madrid Scientology Center for her, but she left. It is interesting when you're not part of it. It's so interesting because it's so freaking bizarre. You don't think shit like that can be part of. I think it's too hot for November. I was kind of mad it was this warm. I'm ready for cold. I work Saturday and Sunday night till 6 in the morning, and I have to go outside periodically, and it's going to be 30 Monday morning, I think. Hey, Roberta. Yeah, I mean, it is interesting when on the outside looking in. I think that's maybe what got me started, but it tugs your heartstrings when you find out about. Right on. But when you really watch ex-members talk about their stories and what they've been through and the horrible stuff.
What do you think about the Scientology on what?
I started, they reopened in last February, a year and a half ago, and that's when I started coming down here. I'm usually over there talking to students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you like witnessed the people that like bring them in and out?
Yeah, I've seen them, yeah. They know who I am.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We try to go in and they like kicked us out.
Why? What'd you do? Because usually they want you to come in.
Well, I was just like curious because I've seen all the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted to see for myself.
Depends on how you went in. Because usually people go in, just don't give them your real information.
An attractive girl too.
Yeah. Oh, they put the attractive girls out front on purpose.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That almost got me.
Yeah. Yep. They'll love bomb you until they get you in. But if you don't have $300,000 to give them, then they'll sign you up for their slave labor force.
Wait, so how does it work?
Which part?
The slave labor.
Like just.
So that's called the Sea Org. And so you have 3 levels. You have the public, which are like Tom Cruise and John Travolta that spend all the money on the courses that they make all their money off of, right? Then you have staff, and then you have Sea Org. And a lot of times they sign them up 14, 15 years old, take them out of school. They work 110 hours a week, 365 days a year for $50 a week. But if the org doesn't make money because I'm sitting out front and nobody's going in and spending money, they don't get fed. They get beans and rice. They don't get their $50. They live in horrible conditions, and they have to work for them until they die.
So what made you want to like?
I just, an ex-members channel came across my feed about 3 years ago, and I did a deep dive on it and got really involved in the community. And then when they reopened here, I thought I was only going to come down for the grand opening and live stream the protest, and I'm still coming.
There we go. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love what you're doing.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Glad you know not to go in for any good reason. All right, got to backtrack a little bit, guy. Oh, weather, interesting. I'm in a cold state. Oh, gosh. Liz, I feel you. The 32 years that I've been here, I've spent all summer inside. I'm from Ohio originally, but my husband got stationed in California and here. Believe it or not, 21 years I've only been to 2 duty stations. His job.
Scientology is a cool.
Right on. Yeah, I've never gotten used to the heat. It's harsh, man. I tell people, I'm like, if my AC breaks, I will probably end up in jail because it makes me angry. Oh, yeah. I have fibromyalgia. It's not the same, but even before that, I hated the heat here. I had, in basic training in 86, I had heat exhaustion. I didn't have heat stroke, I had heat exhaustion, and so it makes you susceptible. So I literally, if I did go to the lake with everybody, I was covered in a long towel, I had a hat on, and then we eventually got a canopy. Thank you, Q. I appreciate it. It's fun talking with you guys. I don't know if that's somebody on a corner or if that's the band inside. Trying to see. Sounds like somebody outside. You never can tell because each one of these bars on this street has a different live band. That's why I usually go a block down. Woo! Oh yeah. So I got the traumatic fibro where I got it like overnight because I had a shock to my system. It took them a year to figure out what was wrong with me. It's taken me, that was 2010, diagnosed 2011. It took me years of research and changing my diet, changing things about my lifestyle to get out of bed. Yeah. Everybody has different symptoms. There was 200 symptoms. We did a panel on my channel a while back about fibro and chronic pain, and we brought up the website. There's more than 200 now. I'm like, holy crap. Ooh. Yeah. Theophilus, I feel you. That's okay. I know what you mean. We don't worry about typos here. Oh my gosh. I don't know how many times I've hit send. I'm like, oh my gosh, what does that say? Yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Are you in a cooler? Oh, you're not. Never mind. Yeah. I want out so bad. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Over there? Oh, you can't see it? Did you see that guy on the motorcycle? Oh my gosh, what was that? Hey, I can't pronounce your name. Oh, no. I played the recorder in 5th grade and the violin in 4th grade and the guitar in 8th grade. And I don't play nothing anymore. China, right on. China. I got China in here. No, not in Austin. Now in LA, the LAPD is in their pocket, and they gave our protesters there back a year and a half ago. So for a long time, they arrested them on bogus charges. The Scientology was telling them to do it, and they went through a lot of shit. And you know what? Most of them would come right out of jail. They would arrest them on Friday night, so they had to spend all weekend in jail, knowing there's 5 other people that filmed the area and could prove that they didn't do anything, knowing the charges would get dropped, but they still have to spend all weekend in jail. And then they get out on Monday and literally go back to protesting. And yeah, they do mess with protesters in a lot of the different cities. They'll pay homeless people to come mess with us. Now, I've been pretty lucky. In 18 months, I've only been accosted 3 times. Pretty sure the first 2, Scientology did put up to it. This last guy a few weeks ago, I think was just a weirdo. To North Texas? Yeah, my son's in Dallas going to school right now. So I've come up there a little bit to see him and stuff. So I actually work in Waco. I live halfway between Waco and Austin. So I come down here to do this, and then I drive an hour to Waco to work. Hi, what's up? How you been?
Scientology is a cult, yes. Good
Yep.
to see you.
Hey, Zippy. In LA, the Scientologists own. Yep, they do. And so, Q, I don't know if you've seen them, but they're the ones that started this whole thing. Hi.
Yes, what was the question or whatever?
Oh, about Scientology? Well, a religion you can leave. A cult won't let you leave. And that's why my sign says that. And then we start to talk about, how they treat their people. And they coerce them and they keep them under guard if they think they want to leave. And they have to see over people. Hold on. Alright, it's quiet now. It was a little bit loud. I have somebody in China on here too.
Somebody what?
Guangzhou. You're from Guangzhou? That's so cool. So, really, I'm here.
Experience with Scientology?
No, I haven't. But I deep dived an ex-members channel, and I've heard from a lot of ex-members in the last, it started about 3 years ago, and then when they opened up across from the university about 18 months ago, that's when I started coming down to talk with them a lot. I'm usually over there. And then I started coming here during the summer just to talk with people. Yeah. So just know Scientology bad, don't go in there. Yeah.
Why is it a cult, bro?
Because of religion, you can leave, the cult won't let you leave. We've had people escape in trunks of cars, be brought back from bus stations,
That's like
put under guard.
demonic. That's like demonic a little bit.
We're trying. One of the biggest reasons we're out here is trying to get our government to take notice of what's going on.
That's like Scientology. I see this, like, I see the signs always.
Tom Cruise is in that.
Yep. He's one of the biggest members. Yep.
Demonic.
He's treated like a god in Scientology.
Hey,
That's
man,
why
ask a
he won't
question,
leave.
And then literally they go off.
Yeah.
Are you in Scientology?
No, I just found some ex-member channels about 3 years ago and learned about it. And then when they opened up across from the university last year, I started coming down and talking to the students.
The one downtown, like by
Guadalupe, yeah, right across from the university.
Yeah, I know.
The first leader of this that created it, he bought that building 56 years ago because it was across from the university. Then the month after they opened here, they opened in Chicago across from the university.
It's a cult. It's definitely a cult. I knew it's already.
Yeah, what you have in there now is second and third gen. They're not really getting new members. So I have a sign over there for them. There's 2 foundations that'll help them escape. How many churches do you know that have that? Yeah, ex-members that have started foundations help them get out, escape, get an apartment, get a job.
You're doing a road thing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, you too. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it is.
Scientology is a cult. That's right.
It's not a cult.
Because of religion, you can leave. Scientology won't let their members leave. They've had to escape.
I know about Scientology.
They've had to escape in trunks of cars.
No, I know, they are. They'll kill you. They'll kill you if you speak out against
We don't know about that. We don't have proof.
them. They will.
It's not a cult.
Yeah, I know.
I'm part of it. It's not a cult.
He's lying.
You weirdo.
You gotta pay to learn about it.
Yeah, you do.
Whoa.
He was trying to say he's part of Scientology. They're so silly. Let's see. Let me back up a little bit. Oh, okay.
Hey, can I ask you why I
Yes,
agree
you
that
can. So a religion, when you don't want to go anymore, you can leave. In Scientology, they won't let you leave. They have 3 levels of members. They have like the Tom Cruise level, which is the public gives all the money. But even if he were to leave, he would have to disconnect from everyone he knows in Scientology. Okay, so it's coercion that keeps him in. Then you have the bottom layer, which is the slave labor force called Sea Org. They have to sign a billion-year contract and work for them until they die. 365 days a year, 7 days a week, 110 hours a week for $50 a week. If the org doesn't make money, which they don't over here when I'm in front, they get fed beans and rice, no medical care. They can't even buy a toothbrush if they need one. And if they try to leave, they have ran them off the road. They pulled them back from bus stations. They've escaped in trunks of cars. They've had to go through a lot. There's 2 foundations that'll help them escape. How many religions do you know that have that? They help them escape. They help them get apartments and jobs because they were probably pulled out of school at 12, 13, 14 years old and put to work 7 days a week. Matter of fact, the guy that got me interested in this, an ex-member, he was pulled out at 12 years old in middle school as a staff, working 110 hours a week. So he's had no education. So when he gets something wrong, he'll joke, "Oh, I don't know anything. I was raised in a cult," because he didn't get to finish school. And they don't think that's a big deal because they look at their kids as adults in small bodies because they believe they've lived multiple lives. They look at their kids like, well, you could have been an 80-year-old man in your last life. So the rampant child abuse is because they don't think some of it is child abuse, or if they say a child, it's covered up because, hold on.
Hey, who
What was-
funds the organization?
organizations that
Tom
help
Cruise, John Travolta.
Sorry, who funds like the organizations to get people out of it?
Oh, people like me, I've donated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they do fundraisers and get donations and stuff.
It's like crowdsourcing though?
Yeah.
There's not just a couple big donors.
No, I don't think they've ever had a real big donor. They just do fundraisers. Like, he had 3 people. They never really tell us much because it's private. But recently, about a month ago, he said, look, I've got 3 or 4 people, at least 3, that are trying to that are getting out. We need to help, and I need help. And he needed a certain amount of money to get them a place to live. A lot of times they need a GED because they have no education, they have no job history.
Were you in a Scientology?
Nope. 3 years ago, I knew nothing. I'm what we call a never-in. And what it was is it came into my feed one day, and I deep dived this ex-member's stuff and learned about it, and then became part of the community. And he brought in, there's a lot of ex-members who have channels on YouTube and TikTok and stuff, and I learned their stories. And then when I found out they were opening across our university about 18 months ago, I drive down from up north, and I'm like, well, I don't want them getting their claws into our young people. So I would come down and just talk to students, and a lot of times I had a crappier sign back then. They would look at me and go and look up and look. I didn't even know they were here. So even if that's all I got across, I was happy. And so when I'm over there, I have a special sign for them that has the 2 foundations and how to contact them. So if they want to try to get out. There's a lot of what we call under the radar in Scientology where they know it's BS, but they can't leave because your family's in, all your friends are in, sometimes you're working for a Scientologist, and if you leave, you're considered a suppressive person, and you have to disconnect from everyone in Scientology, even if you're married and they don't want to leave you at the end of divorce. Yeah. And they destroy families. And if you're in the Sea Org, the slave labor I was talking about, if they get pregnant, they bus them to the clinic because having a child will interfere with your duties for the church.
Well, I think it's admirable what you're doing.
I appreciate you listening too.
I think not many people would go out and take action and do that.
Well, they started in LA in their big Hollywood Boulevard one about 2 years ago, and I watched them, and they were able to. That's their biggest, what they call body routing, because they can stand outside and get people to come in and tourists and stuff. They closed them down for 10 months. They made them close their doors, and now they have automatic door shutters and blinds, so when our people show up, they close. When I show up over here, as soon as they see me, everything closes. All the blinds come down, door closes. How many churches do you know are hiding like that? And all you can see in the window is their cafe and their bookstore. I mean, what's the big deal? Because they're hiding. And what really brought me was the child abuse. Because they believe they've lived multiple lives, they're like, well, you could have been an 80-year-old man your last life. And so they don't think that some of the stuff they do is child abuse. And if you do report them for child abuse or any of that, you get kicked out for reporting them to the authorities. Did you hear about the Danny Masterson stuff last year? He's an actor that was in that 70s show. And, okay, yeah. He's the first Scientologist to ever be sent to prison for stuff that Scientology covered up. And it was a big win in our community that those women went through. They have a special department called Office of Special Affairs that just go after people, like hire PIs to go through their trash. They poisoned their dogs and one died, and they still went to court.
Seems like tax fraud too.
Oh yeah. Because they got tax exempt status, and it's the reason other countries don't see them as. I did don't.
We have to run.
That's fine. That's fine. There's a bunch of us on TikTok and YouTube that we're all over the world now. People doing what I'm doing. It's really cool.
I appreciate it. I think it's pretty cool. Thanks for talking.
All right. Y'all have a good evening. Yeah, and I can't remember if they're in China or not. They're everywhere. Yeah, it's about 2 years ago, yeah. Hey, Matt. Hollywood, California. Yep, they sure do. Hey, John Rojas. Uh-oh. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah. I'm like, the thing is, But yeah. Yeah, I talked earlier. They're in Taiwan. Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't remember ever hearing they were in China. Because I don't think they would want them there. I don't think their government would allow them. I know Russia doesn't like them. I know Germany doesn't like them. Germany wouldn't allow them to get religious status because they said, well, your services have a price list, and you can't have a price list in a church. That's a business. But they bullied. They're now hiding in all places. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know why I asked that question. Now that I think about it, no, they wouldn't allow Scientology in China because it would directly go against the government because they would be taken. I don't want to get into all that, but yeah, the problem is they really bullied the IRS to get their tax exempt status back. They got it taken away in the late 70s because of this. If you go to Wikipedia and look up Operation Snow White, the original leader that created this, he was very paranoid about the government, and he got a bunch of Scientologists to infiltrate the government, and they were in the FBI and everything. 7 of them went to prison, and L. Ron Hubbard, the creator of this, or leader, however you want to say, he was an unindicted co-conspirator. Well, after that, he kind of went into hiding a bit. That's how David Miscavige was able to pull a coup, because he was the go-between L. Ron Hubbard, his 2 people that took care of him, and he was off doing his own thing, just collecting money. He would bring suitcases of money to his helpers. So when he died, he was in a position to take over. Pete. They are compatible. Yes, they do, and they're not. Yep, they do. Yeah, Joy Vila, is that her last name, Vila? She was an actress, and she has a book out, and she has a channel, because she was a Christian, and they told her that for a long time, and eventually she had to leave, but man, she went through a lot, and a lot of money before she realized the last cult we had got persecuted by the government. Yeah, that's exactly what I think would happen. Thanks, Scooter. But I'm glad I'm getting some people to talk. Yeah. So what was funny, John, is we got here in 93 right after that happened. And it wasn't that far from where we live. My dad came to visit in 96, I think, and he wanted to go see it. And we went to a visitor center. And what was funny was the directions to get out there were wrong. And we didn't have the internet back then, but we found it. And all it was a shed with a bunch of Branch Davidian pictures and their view of what happened, and it was just a field. Now, I have heard that they've built a solid structure there now, that they still have the land, and they built a church, and they're still around. Yeah, it doesn't, because they tell everyone that it's compatible with other religions to get you in. And then after they get you in, after a while, they start to try to get rid of whatever other beliefs that you have. Yeah, Waco, Texas, yep. I actually work in Waco now. But it's a pretty long drive. But I actually like Waco compared to Austin is like 2 very, very different animals. I always tell people Austin is not Texas. Austin is like its own little country in the middle of Texas. Waco's more like Texas. My husband, so we work in security. My husband worked in North Austin for like 8 years. And he worked at a really bad hotel. He had to wear a bulletproof vest and be armed. And he was constantly dealing with criminals. That's the only way I can put it. Then they turned it over to COVID, and he went to this new contract in Waco, and he was like, it is like night and day. He said, even the homeless people are nice. Oh, Washington. I know where Franklin is. I'm not very good with Waco. I pretty much just drive to work and drive home. So it's probably in the vicinity, I would assume. This was North Austin. Yeah, it is. You just don't hear about it as much. This particular neighborhood, Runberg, in North Austin, at the time it would have been, let me think. I think he started working there in 2014, 2015-ish, till about 2020, so actually less than 8 years. It was just because it was a lot of drug dealing, prostitutes, and all that kind of stuff. And there was an initiative in Austin to clean up that neighborhood. So it was bad even for the city. So I've never had any trouble. So as personal experience, I haven't had too much trouble, but I'm on alert. Yeah, daily grind. Yeah, I usually stand a block that way, and I can see Joe Rogan's comedy place there. I want to go sometime, but my husband's weekend is Tuesday and Wednesday, so it's hard for us to do fun things. We'd have to take a day off. Yeah. I just tell people that want to move that you really need to look at the weather, because I don't think people realize. What is that noise? Oh my gosh, this jerk. I think that guy right there, these pedicabs have boom boxes, and they're having a boombox war. I got one over here. I'm gonna mute. And on top of the boombox war, we've got people with big speakers driving by. That's true. Yeah. I mean, there are people in Scientology that know exactly what's going on, and they're still in. Human trafficking, slave labor, child abuse, elder abuse, and credit card fraud. Yep. The bank fraud is so bad. Hang on. Holy moly, these people are so rude. We're between big, tall buildings, so that stuff is so loud and bouncing off the stone. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, guy. We don't care that you have a lowrider. I've seen a couple here and there when I'm driving. Not a lot. They have that Tesla autonomous car service here. I passed a couple. Actually, I could probably deal with their music better. I got them in trouble. The day before the grand opening, they were trying to play their music loud and get rid of us. So I called the city and I was like, I don't know what's going on at this corner, but I'm visiting and they're being so loud with their music. Within the hour, they were turned off. Oh, you would think they would, but they don't. What's cute is they have these little buggies that they can like have EMTs in and stuff that usually drive around here. Trying to turn it around. Oh, and they have these too. But I think somebody's actually driving that. I have seen, it was in Vegas. I go through YouTube Shorts too. And there was this couple that got in one of those. It looks exactly like that, but it was autonomous. So they may be working. But yeah, no, I usually see them in like, oh no, that's not one. Okay, they finally chilled out a little bit. Wamos, yes, thanks Liz. Thanks John, thanks for hanging out. It was fun. Anson, I don't know what do you mean by that? Because I don't either. I'm not very tech savvy. I'm trying to get onto TikTok. And, I need to watch a couple videos on even how to do it. I started a channel, but I don't have anything on it yet. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's so cool. I got new subs. Yay. What time is this? Getting late. Oh, I'm still good. I got a while. I brought a jacket. Okay, yeah. Elijah, come on now. Be nice. Hey, Art. Well, I appreciate any of you guys that hang around. I used to say I would still do it if I didn't have anybody in my chat, but I think I'm wrong. Having people in the chat really does make it a lot easier when I don't have people wanting to stop and talk with me. Oh my god. So one night I saw somebody literally wearing a slip as their dress. I would have been mortified. They do, Theophilus. If you ask somebody if they're a Scientologist, it's not a for sure that they'll even say they are. And if you ask them about Scientology, they will tell you to read a book. Really viral thing that happened, Kirstie Alley, who's now passed away, was on Big Brother, I think. And they asked her about it on Big Brother, and she said, you have to read a book. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Hey, Cinderella. Did you? Did you? Well, how'd that go? You can't. How to identify them? You really can't, unless they talk about it. There's no... Unless they're Sea Org or staff where they wear kind of a uniform, you really can't. Yeah, Bluegrass. And she died from stage 4 cancer. Reason is... Yeah, if you want to email me, that's cool. Sorgens. My goodness. Oh, because you thought it might be fibromyalgia. I'll have to look up that. I don't know much about it. I'll look it up when I get home. Well, I know how it feels to finally get a diagnosis. Even though it's not great, at least you know. And that's a big deal.
You gotta stop walking with a white.
But, what were we saying? Oh, Kirstie Alley. So, the reason so many Scientologists are dying of stage 4 cancer is because when they first get sick, they believe Scientology is going to cure them. They think more Scientology will make it better, and by the time they realize Scientology isn't working, they have stage 4 cancer. Even John Travolta's wife died of stage 4 cancer. And no one with that kind of money should be dying of stage 4 cancer. Yeah, you know what to research, you know what changes you can make. It took me years of research to get myself in any semblance of order. Reminds me of how Steve Jobs died. Yeah, I wonder. I don't think he was a Scientologist. But yeah, we used to think that so many of them were passing away at stage 4s because there might be asbestos on the Freewinds ship that they have, and they have to go there to do services. But unless it's in dust, my husband explained it to me. He was in hazmat and petroleum and told me asbestos won't hurt you until it's in dust form and it's in the air or you handle it. Hey Janet, I appreciate you stopping by. Oh goodness, Cinderella. You know, I've had that happen I've had a lot of infections in my tonsils. I might look that up. I've never looked like that though. The easiest way to identify cult members in general. Yes, true. Oh, definitely corporate. They're set up like a MLM, only nobody else makes money. So they have these staff, what are they called? Something. They're recruiters, and they're usually public. And if they get people to come in, they get a percentage of what they spend. But nobody below them, they don't make any money like in a regular MLM where every person on each level makes money, they don't do that. Oh, hang on. I gotta mute. That was that buggy I was talking about. Yeah, I know you're on a very different time over there. I want to go to Japan and Korea. I would love to go to China, but I watch a lot of stuff about China though. There's an American living there that I watch. Okay, that's cool. I know how that is. It's late. Who said December 5th was... I'm going to be in Clearwater on December 5th. 21. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, they try to get anybody they meet to join. If they can. I just thought it was rude of Tom Cruise to bring in non-Scientologists and try to get them into Scientology. It never worked.
Why? Why?
Because of religion you can leave, and in Scientology they won't let you leave.
Spell Scientology.
Yeah. I'm not gonna be there for the week. I'm going in on Thursday, and then Friday they're doing the memorial. Like he said, Dusty said it was gonna be kind of all day. That's why I was gonna literally fly in Friday morning and leave Saturday morning. But I was like, I don't want to be beat, so I'm going in Thursday and coming home on Saturday. I got my plane ticket. I just need to book my hotel now. Oh, this is hurting my behind. I'm gonna have to get up. Oh. Oh, I gotta get a cushion for this thing. So I was running into IKEA, like literally 10 minutes to close when I bought this, on my way here, because it's pretty good distance from my house. I wanted this chair, and there was a cushion they sold, but I didn't have time to go find it. So I wanted to leave early today and get to Whole Foods before I came on, and I ended up leaving. If you see Lindsay, tell her hi. I will. Remind me as it gets closer. I forget things. I will try to remember. But remind me when it gets closer. Whew. It is getting a little tiny bit chilly. I brought a jacket. I just don't like my arms to be cold. Oh! Yeah, I don't mind people remind me of stuff. I forget stuff all the time. My fibro, man, that's the hardest part about it, is how it affects my brain. Okay, I'm moving the camera. Look away. Hang on just a second. I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Alright, that's a little better. I had it really low. Alrighty. There we go. Why is this leaning so... Oh, I know why. Hang on, I'm going to shake again. The front is too low. It's like really low. There we go. That's better. Arm, hand, and ribs. Oh my gosh, Bobby. That's terrible. I'm not going to say it out loud because the last time I said I hadn't... Hanson. They tried to sell me one. We couldn't afford it. But I had a home cleaning business for a little while, and one of my clients had one. Them things are like so heavy. At least back then they were. How many people a day? Not a lot, blurry face, to be honest. What you see in there now is more the second and third gen that were indoctrinated as kids by their parents and grandparents that joined back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s when there wasn't great mental health available and you couldn't research the place. So they're not getting a lot. They tell their members they have millions of members, and they don't. They've figured out that they've got maybe 25,000 in the whole world. And that's half of what they had 20 years ago. So in not allowing their Sea Org to have children, and they're all getting old and they're going to be aging out. And I guarantee you that...
Hey, Scientology is the way.
All right. What was I saying? Oh, I think because their current leader is in his 60s. Dude, that guy just banged. Yeah, it's getting smaller. I think when this current leader passes away, I really think that's going to be the death knell for Scientology, because there's really he is so paranoid. He doesn't even have high-level execs anymore. He doesn't let anybody else be in charge. He wants to be in full control all the time. So there is nobody that he is grooming to take over. Yeah, he wasn't old when they started. So the original leader that made this stuff up, literally he was a science fiction writer. He started in 1950 and he died in 1986. And this current guy pulled a coup and took over. He was not supposed to take over. And he was young at that time. Because you got to think that was the 80s. That's 40 years ago. So he was young. And now he's old because it's been a while.
Hey, man. I love you, mama. I love you, dad.
Rosie Farts. That's an interesting name. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, Anson. I've seen people do that with Huskies and Golden Retrievers. So, I might have to get mine. Hey, Cody. Let me turn it. I have it too much on the middle of the... I haven't seen anybody take a scooter, have you? Usually those are all falling all over. I don't think there's a lot of people out here tonight. I don't know why. I gotta put my mic on while I get my jacket out. 2 chows. Every day is a hair. Oh gosh. Yeah. We don't have long hair. Matter of fact, my pitty, her hair is so short. I took a flea comb through her hair just to check. And I thought there was dirt all over the combs. It was her hair. That's how short it is. It's so short it looks like dust. And then my other little one, she's got short hair. Both of them I have to keep covered up when the AC's on all the time. I can see the leaf blower idea. But then we got a newer one from a rescue. Whoops, sorry about that. That was probably loud. Hey, Mama Squirrel, what's up? He's got the double coat. He doesn't want to be covered up hardly all. Every time I get up, I gotta cover the other 2 up because they're freezing. I tried pajamas with the legs and a couple winters ago, and she ripped them to shreds. Yeah, it sounds like it would work. So, my pity, she might as well be naked, is what I tell him. My husband's like, it'll be 61 or 62 degrees outside, and he makes them stay out. I'm like, she's freezing. They're fine. I'm like, she's naked. Would you be out there naked right now? Or in the 50s? No. Hey, Samurai. I hope I said that right. Probably not. AC. I know. What? How are you doing that, Liz? Now, I've had to do that in my house because the sun makes it hot. It got 83 degrees today, and I had turned the AC. We sleep during the day because I work at night. So I woke up so hot because I had turned the AC all the way off. It's freaking November. Oh. Duh. Got it now. Okay, now that is high. Got global warming. No, I'm not. The Army brought us here. I'm not originally from Texas. And we could never afford a horse. But we stayed after he retired, and I like the state, don't like the heat in the summer. Yeah, it would. I was thinking 46 like us. Oh, 46 fair. Oh, I get it. I've done that too because outside will be nice, but my windows suck. It is so hard to open my windows in the bedroom. So the heat will sit on my house all day, and I'll be hot in the house. It'll be freezing outside. So I have done the same thing. More water out. I might need to take some meds here soon.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Why is Scientology?
Because of religion, you can leave when you don't want to go anymore, and Scientology won't let you leave. They literally have had the Sea Org members, their slave labor force, they've had them escape in trunks of cars, be pulled back from bus stations, and been put under guard because they thought they wanted to leave.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that goes on there and what brought me out. Yeah, I've listened to a lot of ex-members who have escaped and have been through some crap. Yeah. There's a lot of us all around the place on TikTok and YouTube, and there's a lot of young people your age that are doing the same thing I'm doing, talking about Scientology, like in LA and stuff. You should go find them and learn more.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for asking. 10, 11, 12. Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, with fibro, one of the things with it is, yeah, exactly. I was about to say the same thing, Scooter. One of the things is we can't regulate our body temperature. And so what I have to do sometimes is I literally eat ice to try to cool myself down. It's just drinking cold water isn't good enough. I eat ice, and it melts slower, and it kind of cools me down when I get overheated. Then I have menopause too, so I'm like, screwed both ways. My torso will be hot, and my arms will be cold. I just dropped my lid. Hold on. So I was thinking I had clip with me for my mic, and you guys didn't see me when I started. I brought these thinking I was going to attach my mic to it. I didn't know which one would work. That was going to be my mic holder. But then I realized when I lost the bag, I lost the clips too. I really do think somebody grabbed my bag out of the wagon because it does not exist in my car or at home. And I just throw things in the wagon, and I try to watch people when I'm walking back to my car. So Tom finally dug the net out of the shed, and I have it with me. Oh, and yeah, I know, with the high-tech equipment. I know, right? So I do have 2 mics, but I lost. So these are all magnetic. Oh, can I have this sideways? No, I don't. So this top mic part, I have the poofies that connect there, they're gone. All the clips, they're gone. The mic thing, it's gone. So all I really have is the basics, and that's it. Oh, can I get biscuits? Yeah, we're in Austin, Texas, the live music capital of the world. Julie B. Oh, okay. Yep. Biscuit's a cutie pie. He's Bengal, part Bengal, right? I read up on them. Why didn't I came across a video. No, Biscuit is Bengal, part Bengal. Pretty cool looking. Me? I'm not. We don't watch me that much. I'm just a grandma out here talking to people, hanging out, talking about Scientology. Because they opened up last year across from our university. And so I started driving down here and hanging out over there, talking to... You can hear the music? Cool. It's not as... I'm usually on a different corner that is so loud. Hey, Naya. Awesome, Bubonic. Thanks. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I just come out and try. We're trying. There's a bunch of us doing this. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Can you give me a short part of your name in case you jump back on another time? I can't read that. Well, if you come back on, we'll talk about it then. Y'all have a good day. That's okay. If you come back, we'll talk again. I'm out here every Friday about this time. Somebody loud's coming. I gotta mute it. I will explain that when I'm done muting. This guy's loud. Oh my god, that was so annoying. Yeah, that's the problem, and what we're trying to get hearings on is their tax exempt status. They sued the IRS into oblivion in the 80s to get their tax exempt status back, and the problem is that protects them, and they got extra caveats to that just because the IRS wanted them to stop. And so the only way we can get them is through criminal prosecution through the DOJ. Or we need to get Congress to hold hearings on them and their abuses. And in LA, the LAPD is in their pocket. We watched it for months, the LAPD doing their bidding, because what they did is they would give millions to the police groups, and then they also would hire the LAPD officers for their events and would pay them triple rate. And so half their paycheck would come from Scientology. And we literally filmed hundreds of hours of the LAPD of falsely arresting our protesters and messing with them. And so finally, we had our people out there are doing a bang up job. They're going to the commissioners meetings, they're going to the city council meetings, and they were complaining about them and talking about what they were doing and showing what they were doing on video, to the point where they finally stopped working their events and started having to hire private security, and they stopped well, a lot of our protesters, a lot of them would come back after they got arrested, and it was all false because we had video proving the allegations of Scientology against the protesters was false, but they wouldn't look at the video. Knowing on that Monday it was going to get dropped, they would still arrest them on Friday, so they had to sit there all weekend just to punish them. Now, here in Austin, they're big in LA, in Hollywood, and they're big in Clearwater, Florida. Everywhere else they have an org. Austin PD is not in their pocket. They tried calling, and Austin PD would show up and be like, the best they could get. They never got me, but they got the other protesters. They got them trespassed. But all that means is you can't go in their building. You can still stand outside on the public property, which is what we were doing. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe, the stuff that the LAPD was pulling on and Chicago too, by the way. I think Chicago's in their pocket because they did the same thing up there. So the Austin PD wasn't having it. They did the trespass when they were asked. Other than that, they would show up and be like, this is BS. So they quit calling them because it wasn't doing any good. They wouldn't arrest us. Right on. Yeah, not sure how that works. Here, their building it's sidewalk to building, and literally where their building ends is the end of their... What is this guy doing? Laying in the street. Just don't notice me, please. Yeah. Well, we don't protest, Mike, like you think those other people are. We don't do that. We are respectful. We're peaceful. We don't scream and yell. We had a handful that did that early on, but realized it wasn't helping us at all. But everybody was doing their own thing. We couldn't tell them that's the wrong way to do things. We had to let people figure it out for themselves. And so they never really bothered me because I literally last summer, not this summer, but last summer, because I was having some trouble with my asthma, literally would show up with a chair and sit down. Excuse me.
Get out of my stuff. I've already had stuff stolen.
If you'd have asked me for one, I'd have gave it to you. This dude was going through my wagon. Had my bottle of water in his hand. With his other bottle that he already had. I don't want to touch that now. Yeah, we're peaceful and respectful, and people talk, and because of that, people will stop and talk to us and find out why I'm here. And I sit here with this just to get the conversation started. On the other side is a list of their crimes. And so I've said, matter of fact, I was on, do any of you know JD DeLay? I think that guy's awesome. He shouted me out a few weeks ago because he was talking about protesting because he lives in Eugene, Oregon, and he went up to Portland to literally give them a mic to talk about their grievances, and they got very hostile with them. That's okay, Theophilus, I'm all right. I'll be honest, I like my other corner better. Literally right now, nobody is here. Over there, I'm always surrounded by people. I know it's louder down there, but I do feel more exposed here. Yeah, we don't do politics here or religion, really, even though I'm protesting against Scientology. So what I do is I started coming out. I'm going to sit down again. About 18 months ago when they had their reopening for their org across from our University of Texas, about a mile or so from here. And I started coming down and just really trying to get the word out to the young people of the students, because they're trying. I walked up on them a couple times and they were bamboozling a couple of new students far from home. They don't have a lot of friends, trying to love bomb them, trying to get them to go inside, and that's who they're looking for. And And I walked up and I told them the real deal. I said, if you don't have $300,000 to give them, they're going to want to sign you up for their slave labor force. And they're going to want you to work 110 hours a week, 365 days a year. And as I'm talking, they're running away. I know. Because this isn't a religion. They don't have a deity or a god. The guy that wrote it was a science fiction writer in the 30s and 40s. He wrote a book called Dianetics in 1950 and started a religion. And to be honest, I don't care what other religions do until it gets abusive. And they abuse children because they look at their kids as adults in small bodies because they think they live multiple lives. And that when they die, when they're an 80-year-old man, they go into a baby body that they've lived so many lives, they don't treat them like kids. Then you get to the elder abuse when you're too old to work for them. They work you until you can't move anymore. And then they put you in a home, like a condo or something with a bunch of other older Scientologists. And they take out credit cards in your name fraudulently because they know you're going to die and not have to pay them back. We know this because a man in our community, an ex-member, went and found his mom and took her, and she found out she was $163,000 in debt. Hey, Death, how are you? Hey, Baby Blue. It is, because the thing is, most religions, if you don't like it anymore, you can just leave or just stop going. But in Scientology, we've had them have to escape in trunks of cars. They've been ran off the road. They pulled them back from bus stations. If they think you're thinking about leaving, they will put you in a room under guard. I mean, Katie Holmes had to escape from Tom Cruise. She had to have this elaborate plan that nobody ever talks about because she won't talk about it. But it's known. Because we're in the middle of Texas and we have protesters like me all over the world right now, and they have groups in like Chicago and LA, and there are other people that do this here in Austin, but we kind of just come out when we can, and they can't come out the same time I can, and there's a lot of other cities where we've had people, ex-members, and fly down here like last year and protest with us, and I'm about to fly to Clearwater in December to go hang out with them, so we try to, but nobody wants to drive through Texas to come here. So I've always done it by myself. Most of us do. Because I come out when I can. We've done a couple coordinated things and had groups, and it's been a lot of fun. They surprised me one weekend. They showed up here because they happened to be over at the org. When they got done there, they came over here. I started doing this on Friday nights because I started working at night, and it's been difficult for me to get to the org during the day. Over there.
Oh shit. Come this way.
Just don't be vulgar. You can say whatever.
Don't be rude. Please do not be rude.
Yes, please don't.
Can I ask why?
I just want to let you know.
Shut up, bro. I'm very curious. I'm already knowing, like, we have the same type of belief system, but why do you think Scientology is a cult?
Because a religion, when you don't want to go anymore, you just stop. In Scientology, they won't let you leave. Their Sea Org slave labor force, we've had them escape in trunks of cars. We've had them be ran off the road. They've been pulled back from bus stations. And they've been put under guard when they thought they wanted to leave.
I agree.
And so that's not the same as like Tom Cruise, the public that pay all the money.
Yeah, that's like the most famous person. That's like
right. That's why I use him. They're the ones that give all the money. Now, if they did want to leave, it would still it's very coercive. You have to disconnect from all your family and friends that are in Scientology if you leave. So they make it very hard.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm so sorry.
But that's the biggest reason I'm out here is we're trying to get our government to hold hearings against these people. They got tax exempt status back in the 80s, and it protects them too much. Then what really brought me was the child abuse, because they believe they've lived multiple lives. They look at their kids as adults in small bodies. And so they take them out of school and put them to work 365 days a year at 12, 13, 14 and don't think that's child abuse. Yeah, that's the biggest thing that brought me. And if you try to take a Scientologist to the authorities, you get kicked out for assaulting a child. You get kicked out, but that person gets protected. They think more Scientology will fix them. So now these adults that used to be kids in Scientology have gotten out and told us their stories. And that's what brought me here. I didn't know anything about it 3 years ago. So,
It was great to hear. It was great to hear your point.
all right. Well, thank you for listening. Oh, I'm paused. Hold on. I'm behind on the chat. Yeah. Like I've said before, Scientology, now, certain weekdays they're open till 10. Friday and Saturday, I believe they close at 6. Now, on Fridays, they're supposed to be doing a graduation at 6:30, but they don't have that many members. The last few times I was there on a Friday evening, I didn't see anybody. They're inebriated. I get that a lot. I get used to it. Close Shop Blues. Okay. Oh, 90s. Yeah. Did I say 80s? You're right.
I agree.
Thank you. Oh, is it? Yep. I gotta start packing up soon. No. The Sea Org. 10 minutes. Okay. The Sea Org, I call them their slave labor force. They're kind of like a paramilitary group. The guy that started this religion was in World War II in the Navy, and he sucked as a sailor. So he eventually was able to buy some ships and call himself Commodore, and they literally would wear Navy uniforms, and they work 365 days a year, and they house them and feed them. They're supposed to get $50 a week, but if the org they're in doesn't make money, 47 after taxes, yes. If they don't make money, they don't get paid, so they can't buy toiletries. They even make them buy their own toilet paper for the org they're working in. They won't even supply toilet paper, okay? Because money only goes up in this place. And they've owned the building over here for 56 years, and they still have to pay the rent to the mother church, even though they own it. And if they have bills they can't pay, like electricity in Dallas, I went in with my son, they have to keep all their lights off. In Times Square, New York, they can't use the elevator because they can't afford the electricity. All right. All right, let me put this on. Yeah. They said, I think it was Chicago, I thought they got to talk to like a maintenance guy for the apartment. They had a studio apartment with 8 Sea Org living in it, in these triple bunk beds they build. And I swear he said, this was a long time ago, it was either there or LA, they went into their apartment and their toothbrushes were moldy because they couldn't afford new toothbrushes, and there was other things. And then we've seen pictures in the UK, in England, that where they're supposedly living, literally some of the bedding has mold on them. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Figured out how to close my chair now. I had to look at the instructions.
Oh, it worked. There it goes.
Alrighty.
Here to help you pack up.
Oh, you're back.
That's good timing. How are you? How'd it go? Is it slow or what?
A little bit. But I had a few people stop.
Well, then-
I had a lot of people
well,
on staff.
Because it's about to get really when the bars close.
I tried to go on because they
Okay.
close, it gets busy, then it's a ghost town. So I try to leave
Yeah.
before they-
You're right. Stay ahead.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, Scooter, my
Oh, thank you. That's the hard part. I can sometimes not get that off.
So do you have a business? You got business cards?
I need to make some.
Okay.
most military
Or digital business cards.
Yeah, I thought about doing a QR code too.
Oh yeah. How far is your car?
Yeah, I'm not very far.
Are you
I'm
okay
good.
to go there?
I actually stay on my life.
Dude, okay, that's smart. Hello everybody, those are bird scooters, 5 of them. See those? Bird scooters. You got a nice shot.
Yeah. Nobody here. I'm surprised nobody wanted.
Huh?
Nobody wanted.
Oh, like I said, Antigua gets you. That's what, are you hungry, Terry?
I bring snacks for the ride home.
That is smart.
I have my cooler, I bring water and snacks.
Got it.
Yeah, and you can little piece that goes in there.
You ready? So a little piece.
Little piece
What color?
magnetized silver. It's in my bag.
Oh, these boots, I'm breaking them in day 5. I only own boots now. So all the walking I do, I just
You walk a lot?
a ton. I just sometimes
Well, I
I'm
know
just,
I've seen you here and I've seen you way over there.
Oh, definitely.
This
I just get tired of waiting on the bus because it's really not that far. I kind of enjoy it. I'm gonna say bye to everybody. All right?
Alright.
In all 50 countries. She's calling. I did shave. Within 30 minutes, very smooth right now. You smell like Gillette brand shaving cream. She's frustrated.
I had it before I came on. All in the bag.
It'll be. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm waiting by. Bye, Kim.
Bye. See you later.
Look at this guy. Bye bye.
Literally, I bought it. It has 44 pockets. 44 pockets. I'm like, oh, cool. I got pockets for everything. Holy moly.
What you got going on here?
Oh, I'm about packing up. I talk about Scientology because they opened up next to the college.
Oh, okay.
So my sign says Scientology is a cult, ask me why. And I just try to educate people on it.
That's cool. Yeah, I was just wondering what you're doing.
Yeah.
Live stream and talk about
Yeah,
Scientology.
sometimes I'm over at the org, you know, talking to
you just try to
students
get
and
people
stuff.
to go over there? Or?
No, I'm protesting against Scientology.
Oh, you're against it. Okay.
Yeah. Most cults don't call them. Oh, you can't see my sign. My sign's usually right here. It says Scientology is a cult. Ask me why. Because I've had people say that. I go, well, how many cults you know call themselves a cult?
Yeah.
No. I'm trying to bring awareness, trying to get our government to hold hearings on them because they got tax exempt status, which makes them look legitimate. And there's a lot of abuse going on in there. I've learned everything I know from ex-members that are online and stuff. And we have a big community all over the world doing what I'm doing right here. So it's really cool.
I forgot what street. I think I know what you're talking about where they have that.
On Guadalupe.
It's like right across from UT.
And the original leader who died and somebody took over, he bought that building 56 years ago because it was across from the college. Then, so February before last, they had a grand reopening, and then the month later, they opened in Chicago by the college.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
That's interesting stuff. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of child abuse. That's what brought me, because they look at their kids like adults in small bodies because they think they live multiple lives. So they're like, well, you could have been an 80-year-old man in your last life. So they don't nurture them. They don't worry about their education. They'll pull them out of school 12, 13, 14 years old and put them to work 365 days a year. And they get away with it by calling them religious volunteers.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to change.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Well, yeah, I was just checking on you,
All right.
making sure you're doing all right. I saw this one individual right here that we told to leave the property. He looked like he was getting...
Colin?
Was that his name? With
In the blue shirt?
No, he was...
Oh, I didn't see him. The guy in the blue shirt that was helping me, he's a homeless guy too, but he's my friend. He actually saved me one day.
No, this guy was out of it.
I didn't see him.
One of those.
I was so busy getting my stuff together, I didn't notice.
So I approached you and made some conversation, but that is interesting.
Oh.
Right, I just didn't want to...
There was one guy that I turned around, he's got my bottle of water in his hand, looking in my stuff. I did see him. Hey, I'm moving the camera, look away.
Well, hopefully,
Thank you for checking on me, though.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm usually down by Darwin. I tried this because it seemed quieter, but...
Yeah, I've never seen you actually here. Right?
Yeah.
Usually I see like the saxophone guy.
Yeah. That's usually why I don't... He's usually here already.
Yeah.
So...
And most people that do come over here try to make some conversation because I work right here.
Yeah.
The Driscoll do the security here, so...
Yeah, I'm
trying
just...
to conversate with whoever attendants right
Yeah,
here.
don't look. Look away. I'm telling everybody to look away while I shake the phone. All right, let's see if we can get this.
You have yourself a good one.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Steer some of these people away from that weird stuff.
I'm over at the org. I walked. Oh gosh, hang on. What just happened? What just happened? Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're good now. Oh my god, I had to watch a video on how to work this thing. I am not tech savvy at all. All right, hang on, you guys. Let me get my other thing put away.
Give yourself a good one.
Alrighty.
Over here, all right?
Okay. I might see you again sometime. Next time, I'm gonna put that. I just got the net out. Have that net ready when I wagon all that time. Alrighty. Okay. I feel drunk. I know, right? Let's see if we can get this thing working correctly. Now, oh, wrong direction. This way. Okay, look away. I'm hitting buttons. It might swivel. Look away. Not joking. found it. I found the right mode, I think. Can't remember what the right mode is. I think it's this mode. Okay, that's not right. I was working it before I came on. Oh, there we go. It's centered now. Should be good. How's that? It doesn't feel like it's straight. It feels like it's wobbly. Yeah. Is it feel like it's staying steady? Oh, it's not doing the right axis. I don't have it on the right mode. Nope, that's not right either. This seems better. Does that seem better? No. I know that's not the right mode. I think that's it. I think I got it. Well, let's try it. I can always stop. Oh, I didn't put the net on. Hold on. I'm not going to put it on time now. But what I am going to do is cover stuff up. I'm trying to zip my bag. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. I'll get better at this someday. Alrighty. Nothing they can get now. Okay. It feels like it's working. Let me know. Let's see. Forward is up. Left is left. Right is right. And there we are. Oh, you saw him? I didn't. Was he the guy that was laying? We had a guy laying in the street for a little while. And then I think that's the guy he might have been talking about. Does it look straight, you guys? Hey, Fairy. Oh, thank you. I'm almost done. I'm just walking back to the truck now. Looks great. Okay, it's a little bit off center for me though. Let me see. Let's see if I can get it centered more. There's a button I can hit that's supposed to center it. Let's try that. Yeah, I got lost coming here again. I swear. I came in a different way and it got me turned around. I park at the same parking garage every time. You would think I would know. The street signs are weird. That's what usually screws me up. Let me know if it's shaking, because it shouldn't be shaking at all. Going back is easy, but I was going to that restaurant first, and that's a different... I just went the wrong way on one of the streets. It's like, oh, this is the wrong way. I had to turn around. That's why I was running a little bit late. So going back's easy. Colorado, turn left. Thank you. I need it. So is this better than like when I hold it or use the other gimbal? Which, by the way, I don't know where that gimbal went either. We tore my truck apart. We tore the house apart. So it made me, so what I did is when I sat at Caroline's, one of the things I messed up when I was trying to use this before, I forgot you have to Bluetooth the gimbal to the phone. I forgot about that part. So I just did a little quick tutorial. Oh, I wish. I would love to. It's not that far. It's only a couple blocks. It's closer than last time because I'm usually a block farther in. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to my corner next time. I felt it was nice not having the noise, but I wasn't, there was a few times where there wasn't a lot of people around me. Yeah. You know what I don't understand? So we keep throwing tens of millions or more dollars for this situation, and it has not changed. The homeless situation. Somebody was saying that, he said, it was I don't know what city he was in, but they were trying to raise taxes or money for homeless. And he's like, raising the amount of money we're spending has not helped. Throwing money at it has not helped. We need to do something different. Yeah, I think it's because it's nice out. Alright, there we are. I haven't noticed. Oh, they did. That's right. They did get rid of some of the encampments. And most likely, they either went farther south. That's the only thing at work I have to deal with it because I'm between the homeless shelter and the bus station. So the only thing I have to deal with is keeping people off of our property or using the bathroom on our property. Oh my God. Our back alley smells like a toilet. I hate going back there. But last year when it was cold, I started in March, we had a whole group that was sleeping under the trees across the street. I haven't seen them since. Yeah. I'd like to know where all this money is going. Because they're throwing all this money at the homeless situation and nothing is changing. That's my only issue. I've even said, like in LA or maybe here, we have these industrial areas with these empty warehouses. They could let them put their tents in there with a secondary roof. There's bathrooms or put porta potties in there if they have to. And just have somebody in charge of the building to keep them calm and chilled out. I just went the wrong way. At least. And have a dumpster for them to put their trash away. It would be better than the sidewalk. I don't even know what that means. Be nice or my mods will get irritated with you. Whew. I didn't get a very good parking space. I hope somebody's not parked next to me or I won't be able to put my stuff away. I want this spot, but it is so hard to get my big old truck in there and I drove around 3 times. Oh, yay. Yay, they're not near my truck. Yay. I'm here. So, how was that using the gimbal? Did that look okay? Did it not shake too much? I was too busy walking, I couldn't tell. I usually call the hubby. He was in the chat. And he'll watch me pack up. Oh, good. Yeah. I can get to it, but getting to the spot, so what I did, so to get to the restaurant I go to, I'm supposed to go that way, and I went to that intersection and went that way, got about half a block and said, this doesn't look right, looked on the map. Oh, and I like, the reason I park here is because it's so open. I feel a lot safer that it's not private. So, all right, y'all. I will see you next Friday. Y'all have a good week. I'll probably see y'all in the chats. Bye. Thanks for hanging with me.